After almost 3.5 years of war, can the Russia-Ukraine war conflict finally be resolved? Today, all eyes are on Washington as US President Donald Trump hosts Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, joined by key European leaders in a high-stakes push to end the war. Trump, fresh off a controversial sit-down with Vladimir Putin in Alaska, is pressing hard for a peace deal. In a social media post, Trump said Zelenskyy can end the war almost immediately, but no NATO and no taking back Crimea. A position that aligns more with Moscow's line than Kyiv's.
That Ukraine has said repeatedly and publicly talked about is security guarantees. They need to be able to enter into security guarantees that ensure that this is never going to happen again, that they're not going to get reinvaded in 2.5 or 3 years or 4 years or whenever it may be. They don't want to be back here again. They want to be able to go on to rebuild their country and live their lives. That's a very reasonable request.
The Trump administration added that both the sides will need to make concessions.
You can't have a peace agreement unless both sides give and get. You can't have a peace agreement unless both sides make concessions. That's a fact. That's true in virtually any negotiation. If not, it's just called surrender. And neither side is going to surrender. So both sides are going to have to make concessions. So of course concessions were asked.
Putin's special envoy also shared Trump post saying Zelenskyy can end the conflict. In a potential olive branch, Moscow says it is ready to release 31 Ukrainian prisoners. But Zelenskyy remains defiant. Ahead of the meet, he slammed a deadly Russian missile strike in Ukraine as cynical and demonstrative, alleging Russia is trying to humiliate global peace efforts. He is also pushing for a trilateral with Trump and Putin to end the war.
Since the territorial issue is so important, it should be discussed only by the leaders of Ukraine and Russia at the trilateral Ukraine, United States, Russia. So far, Russia gives no sign that trilateral will happen, and if Russia refuses, then new sanctions must follow.
European leaders backed Zelenskyy, saying the long-time allies will not allow undermining of Ukraine's interest.
Ukraine must be able to uphold its sovereignty and its territorial integrity. There can be no limitations on Ukrainian armed forces, be it cooperation with or other third countries or assistance from other third countries, no limitations for the Ukrainian armed forces.
Will Trump's push bring peace or just pressure? Tonight's meeting could either mark a turning point or deepen divisions. Bureau Report, India Today.